Yeah.
East Coast with the gang 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 gang. West Coast with the gang 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 gang. Lower with the gang 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 gang. You know we don't play gang gang gang. East Coast with the gang 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 gang. West Coast with the gang 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 gang. Lower with the gang 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 gang. You know we don't play gang gang gang. East Coast with the gang 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 gang. West Coast with the gang 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 gang. Lower with the gang 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 gang. You know we don't play gang gang gang. East Coast with the gang 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 gang. West Coast with the gang 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 gang. Lower with the gang 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 gang. You know.
Yeah, whoa, East Coast with that gang gang. You know we don't play games, whoa. Hop up on that wagon, oh please just get out the way. You know we stay stuntin', right up in your face. We sorry, not sorry, we just stuck up in our ways. West Coast go ahead, stand up.
Swolenormous.
The sun is shining. The birds are chirping. The
It is time to get it on.
Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Test, testing, testing, testicles. Welcome everyone to episode 16 hundo and 98 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gamecast, mancast, pimpcast, sleevescast, and slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and y'all hoes? It's your boy, Papa Swolio, back with another episode. How we doing, fam?
I don't know how to put this.
What's a good word? What you
but
smashed today?
I'm kind of a big deal.
Kind of a big deal. So let's do this. Drop in the comments what you smashed today. Drop in the comments, what did you pump? Did you get your pump on? Did you get your pump on? It is Tainty Tuesday. Let me just get this good scroll going down below because it is a special. There we go. You all know, if you follow the Mancast, you know what today is. You know what Tainty Tuesday is. Don't be a beesh. Don't be a boosh, or you'll end up like Tainty Magooch. That's some good advice. Be smart. Be smart. You don't want to end up like Tainty. You don't want to end up like Tainty. Before we get started, I want to remind you all, guess what's going on tomorrow? Come on. What are y'all doing tomorrow? You busy? You busy tomorrow? You busy? What you doing, fam? What you doing, fam? Come on. What you got going on tomorrow afternoon? What you got going on? You got a Swole Year release party, don't ya? Don't ya? Tomorrow, Wednesday, December the 30th, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, we have our Swole Year release party. So we are going to have an event and a half. It's going to be great. It's going to be a super juicy episode of the Daily Swole. And it's going to be exclusive for Swole Fam members only. You can head on over to swolenormousx.com and sign up. You still got time, but it will be a private episode and you're not going to want to miss that. Go check it out, swolenormousx.com. We got amazing recap. This is one of the best days this is one of the best episodes, especially if you're new to the Swole Fam. If you're maybe within the last couple months, you joined recently in this last quarter of the year, it's a great recap because you're going to see how much the Swole Fam gets done. Tomorrow is going to be an example of how much the Swole Fam gets done. And I know there's a lot of stuff you can do. There's a lot of programs. There's a lot of yoga. There's a lot of stuff that you can do in this world. And there are a lot of people that create content on all aspects of 7 pillars and otherwise. Okay. But no one does it like the Swole Fam. No one has this network of just juice. This is going to be big. No one does it like the Swole Fam. And my point is tomorrow is going to be a great recap from all the stuff. No one releases content like the Swole Fam. No one puts out every single week we have releases. We've been releasing stuff every single week this entire year and the year before, every single week. However, tomorrow, the Swole Year release, we go over everything. It's a great way. It's a great way to take a step back and see everything that we've accomplished and some major releases. Brand new program drop tomorrow. I'm excited to explain how that's going to work. So it's even better than it sounds like. It's even better than you think it is. So I'm excited to explain how the new program is going to work. and how that's going to work in with all the other stuff. Because as you know, Swole Fam and Swolenormous X is like the Lego building blocks. There's so many different ways to manipulate, so many different ways to program and to design and to customize your nutrition, and of course, customize your training. So one of the most important things to understand is whenever there's a major release like this inside Swolenormous X, it fits. It's integral with all the other aspects, with all the sections, with the master classes, with the instructional videos, with the workout archive, with the yoga studio, with Swollen 7. It's going to be fire. So tomorrow, as much as it's going to be released, going over the releases, it's also, we're going to talk about how this is going to work in and how this is going to be something that you can implement and take advantage of in 2021. So there's a lot of aspects. There's a lot of facets to the new release. And of course, going over everything that we've covered. So, and released in 2020. So it's great to look forward, and everyone always wants to look forward. What's next? What's next? What's next? It's also important to look back on what we've accomplished this year. So amazing success stories, amazing releases, amazing recap. It's just going to be a fun time. It's going to be a fun time with some awesome new content. So be there tomorrow. And if you don't want to miss out on tomorrow, you got to be a Swole Fan member. So make sure you go and head on over to swolenormousx.com and sign up today so you don't miss tomorrow's episode. Let's get into the tip beaches. Make sure tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern time. Let's get into the tip. But first, we got to bust this nut open. So drop some unicorns. What we got today? Fam? We got some tainty magoosh. Cover those nips. Put some respect on it. And if you didn't drop in the comments, what'd you smash today? Hit the like button. Share this video. Share it. Share it with some lazy beach. Nice little tainty magooch. Oh, wouldn't you know it? Hey, it wouldn't be a Tuesday evening if Leo wasn't drinking like a fish. It wouldn't be a Tuesday if Leo wasn't drinking champagne. I don't know why you're drinking champagne. Maybe you're a raging alcoholic, Leo. That might be something you want to get looked at. Get help, Leo. Please get some help. All right, hashtag, look at that beautiful, look at that sexy beesh. Tainty magooch. Don't be a beesh, don't be a boosh, or you'll end up like Tainty Magooch. And you can drop a hashtag Tainty Magooch, but I'll also accept a Tainty Tuesday. I'll accept a Tainty Tuesday or a Tainty Magooch. We change it up. We change it up. There's nothing like a good old Tainty Magooch, but sometimes we get a Tainty Tuesday, so both are acceptable. Tainty Tuesday, Tainty Magooch. It is what it is. It is what it is. All right. So again, Wednesday, tomorrow. I shouldn't say Wednesday anymore. Tomorrow, December 30th, 4 p.m. Eastern time. Be there for the Swole New Year party. Someone cut him off. Even if it's one a day, it's too much. I know. Leo is way too much. Way too much. Let's see. Okay, so let's get into the tip, shall we dance? Babe, just an inch. It's time. Just an inch. Just an inch. It's cold outside. It's cold outside. Let's get into, we got a Swole fan post. This one's from Beth. Let's get this party started. I'm so excited for tomorrow. Beth, inside the discussion boards in X, Pillar 2 Nutrition. Papa, does it matter what animal we get our organ meat from? I have local source for a heritage pig breed, but beef would be harder to get a clean source. I know it's all whatever is best for my diet, but I want to know if the nutrients are there in the pig organs and if I should even bother to try them. Thanks. I personally don't. It's definitely, I mean, I haven't heard anything about eating pig organs. I would be careful with that. They're generally not as clean as beef organs in terms of cleanliness. So I personally don't, so I'm not going to recommend it. I don't know if anyone else eats pig organs, but I stick with beef organs. You can order them online. You can do Google searches. There's different sites that you can get grass-fed beef from. You can order those things. So personally, I don't, so I'm not going to recommend it, but I do focus on beef organs. Yeah, I don't think pigs are generally, heritage breed. There's better breeds of pork, but they eat all sorts of stuff. They'll eat anything. They'll eat each other too. I don't feel comfortable recommending that. So I would recommend going for beef or bison or wild game, that kind of thing. So that's just my personal good question, but I don't eat pig organs. I do like bacon though. We got one from Brian. I see a lot of success stories talking about weight loss, but for those of you for whom weight is not a concern, what metrics do you find most useful to track? I've been in and out of the gym since I was a teen, and I have not been so organized about measuring progress. Obviously, resting heart rate is one. What else do you track? So that's a question for all of you. Now, I didn't expect you to go there. For those whom weight loss is not a concern, resting heart rate can be one of them. Heart rate recovery, it depends on if you're wearing one of those little watches or Whoop straps or Apple watches. What metrics for those that don't care about weight loss? What do you use? So I'll pose that to all of you. I just use the mirror and how I feel. I don't use a scale. I don't use a measuring tape. I've never really used any of that. I never did measurements on my body. Really, I never cared so much. It's just what I look and see in the mirror, pictures and stuff. Just get that external feedback. That was always good enough for me. So I never overanalyzed that. So I'm curious. Now, of course, not everyone is interested in losing weight. And when I say losing weight, it's usually, fat loss. So that also is depending on what you need to track. So if you're just going for overall wellness, resting heart rate is one of them, but heart rate recovery, how quickly your heart rate drops and lowers and settles back to normal after energy expenditure. Those can all be beneficial for sure. And also you'll know if you track those things regularly, you'll know if potentially you're under recovering and you're not taking care of your body. You're not having enough recovery between workout sessions and such. All right, we got one more. Christian, hi fam. It's accountability time again. I'm on day 21 out of 100 of yoga and it's going great. I'm seeing some great gains in balance and mobility. I've also been adding in some Swollen 7 here and there. Nutrition is a little off while the food quality is there, but I've definitely been eating more than I need and carb heavier over the holidays. And I'm feeling a bit sluggish and over full. So I'm cutting back on the carbs and will start writing down what I'm eating each day so I can be more mindful of what and how much I'm eating. I haven't weighed myself. I'm trying not to judge progress so much by the scale. I'll check in on my weight in a week or two. I'm still working on nailing down a nighttime routine that works for me, but sleep is getting better. That's it for this week. I'm looking forward to the Swole New Year's Eve cast tomorrow. It's a Swole New Year cast. It's the 30th tomorrow. I'm stoked for it as well. Hell yeah. Very cool. Very cool. Let's take a couple comments on that. Let's see. Mariah, I go by how I feel, how quickly I recover, and milestones, the extra push-up, the extra mile or better times on my run, better flexibility. There's lots of ways to judge besides how pants fit. Of course. I personally just like to, I seriously just look in the mirror and I see how I feel. I mean, at this point, I know, okay, I'm a little bit, I up my carbs a little bit, or I have a little bit more. I try to keep carbs more minimal, fruit, maybe some sweet potatoes now and again, but I don't do a ton of carbs. I just literally go by how I feel. I literally go by how I feel, very, very instinctual at this point. But you have to learn that over time, over 20 years of eating quality foods and slowly refining my nutrition and my training and adapting. You know, you learn how to do it more instinctually. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. Got a couple more. Let's take one more let's take one more post, and then we'll get into some knowledge cock. We'll get into some questions. Remember, check out the podcast if you're not yet subscribed on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Make sure you go subscribe there. And the Daily Swole on YouTube. Hit that notification bell to be notified. But of course, if you're part of the Swole fam, you get access to Swole text. So we notify you. I notify you. I get all up in your phone. And I text you. I'm like, yo. You better.
He's heating up.
You better come to the live stream. You better show up, fam. Are all of you going to be there tomorrow? Tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern time? I'm ready. All right, this one's from CJ. Well, fam, it happened. Everyone in my house got the vid. The only symptoms I have currently are some mild congestion and no taste or smell, which is making overeating impossible. Nutrition on my end is good. Now I just need to get back in the grind because I've been practically comatose trying to get over this too quickly. I'll check back in soon. Glad to hear that you're doing okay. Be safe, be smart. That's actually something that I do want to talk about for a second, because when you say making overeating impossible by having no taste or smell, yeah, when you're eating consistently, when you're eating consistent foods and you're not stimulating your taste buds every 2 seconds, you're less likely to overeat, whether or not you talk about the vid. So when you eliminate that kind of variety and that kind of overstimulation by the different tastes and those different receptors, guess what? It becomes more fuel, more mechanical. And you actually you get that response. You get that mechanical response like, oh shoot, I got a lot of stuff in the stomach. I'm good. I have my nutrients I need. I'm good. You actually might reset or learn a little bit more about your satisfaction. Interesting. Well, feel better. Take care of yourself. That was nice. What do you think, Falcon? Yes, that was a good burp. All right. Hashtag Tainty Magooch if you want a chance to win today's Swole card. Let's get into some knowledge cock, shall we? If you got a question, Papa Swolio's got an answer of sorts, probably. I'll probably answer with something. Drop in the comments below, hashtag Ask Papa Swolio. Let's take a couple questions. I'll take some from Instagram, and if you got questions, drop in the comments. I saw 1 or 2 pop up. A 7 out of 10, not bad. So if you want to submit your question, make sure you're also following on Instagram at Swolenormous on Instagram. And I post these in my Instagram story, and then we feature those throughout the week. But you could also watch live. And of course, you drop in the comments. Always take priority to those of you that are watching live. I saw one pop up. Let me just scroll through for a second. No, I missed it. No, it was right here. Where was it? Where are we at? I swear I just saw one. Maybe not. Here we go. There we go. It was higher than I thought it was. All right. So if you got a question, drop in the comments below, hashtag Ask Papa Swolio, and I'll try to get to it while we're dropping some knowledge cock while we're going a little bit deeper. You know what I'm saying?
Yow.
All right.
Yow.
This one's from King Leon. What up, Bish? Papa Swolio, is there anything I can eat to eliminate the persistent eczema on my hands, or is it something I shouldn't be eating? I get it every winter, but it's summer now, and I just can't shake it. Well, the answer is, yeah, you kind of answered your question. It's not about eating something to eliminate. It's about you need to get rid of something that you're already consuming. My question is, what are you consuming? That's very common with dairy. That's very common with grains and gluten. So drop in the comments, what's your nutrition like? It's going to come down to what you should be probably cutting out. Okay, it's usually about less is more. Less is more. And when I say less is more, I'm not saying eat less in terms of calorie. I'm talking about the elimination is just a process. Whatever you eliminate, you're going to reset your sensitivities. If you're eating something, you don't know the impact that it's having on your body because you adapt to it. You'll know. What do you think obesity is? Obesity is your body's adaptation to sucking down so much goddamn shit and excess of. Your body is putting it somewhere. Your body is trying to handle all the sugar and all the simple carbs. When it can't handle anymore, you get insulin resistance and you end up with type 2 diabetes. So you can damage your body to the point where it just can't handle anymore. That's what diabetes is. You fuck your body up to the point where it just can't handle anymore, and it essentially breaks and it stops functioning properly because it's been under stress for so long. It doesn't happen overnight. And there's genetic factors and predispositions, but you still have to do the A, B, and C to get you to that endpoint. Moderate carb maven, Papa Swole, I want to make more bone broth, but wonder how much one should consume for benefits. Cup a day. Yeah, I mean, you could, if you have a lot of bone broth and if you're having the fat part in it, I mean, you can have, it can send you to the bathroom because it's very heavy. It could be, you know, very fatty or something like that. It could cause you to get a little bit of the poopies if you just chug tons of broth out of nowhere. But I would say you could have a cup a day, 8 to 12 ounces a day. There's no problem with that. I recommend that's what I do. I don't chug tons and tons. Maybe I might have, you know, 2 cups, but usually 1. Yeah. When I say how much should you consume for benefits, that's really hard to quantify, but you can have it every day for sure. In my experience, unless you have some kind of condition that would be a contraindication for that. Midnight's Anthem. Papa Swole, do you recommend eating before or after a workout? If I eat after workouts, I get really sick and throw it up. So I've been eating before. Well, there you go. I would recommend. I'm going to give you a Matt Damon on that one. Damon. I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. I'm not kidding. I just want to hit the Matt Damon button. I recommend you doing what works best for you. I don't like eating before. Sometimes I'll have some honey, like some raw honey before. It depends, but usually I don't want to have anything in my stomach. Nothing solid, nothing heavy. You don't really want to have anything right before you work out. But eating right after, I love eating after work. I don't have any problem. Usually you just have to let your stomach settle. It could just be your shift over from your sympathetic to parasympathetic, your more resting state. If you're still hyped up and your blood is still saturating your muscle tissue and your body is still in kind of like activated fight or flight mode, it's going to be harder to digest. So that's why you might feel like throwing up because your body is taking a little bit longer to shift back into maintenance, you know, taking out the trash, housekeeping type stuff, parasympathetic mode, essentially. So I would recommend doing what you feel best with. Let's see here. I got a burp. Another one coming. Here we go. Drum roll. Oh, it was all right. I've had better. Oh, go fuck yourself. Oh, lighten up. Lighten up. Come on. Stop whining. National Ninja. I was wondering about my water intake. I weigh 190 pounds. So should I get me a gallon water? Yeah, sure. Sure. That's fine. It depends. Water intake depends on your energy expenditure and your body mass and stuff. And then those little details. Also, it's about your electrolyte balance and making sure you get in all your other nutrients and such. So a general guideline is at least half your body weight in ounces. So if you're 200 pounds, at least 100 ounces a day, you could aim for a gallon. It's going to depend. If it's the winter, you're not exercising and it's cold and you might not be utilizing as much fluid. You might, but if it's that same situation, but you're doing tons of, you have a jacket on, you're on your cycle and you're fucking doing 2 hours of spinning a day. You're obviously using more liquid, or you're going in the sauna, or you're exercising hard. So that's going to depend. That's going to depend. And you can go, and you can see how you feel with more or less, but yeah, drink sufficient. You're not going to harm yourself by drinking extra water. I mean, you're not going to get water you have to drink so much goddamn water, but yeah, better drink more than less. And you can tell, you can see if your piss is too colored, if you're not hydrating enough, or you don't have a proper nutrient or water balance. A gallon is a very arbitrary thing. It's like social distance. It's like 6 feet, 5.5, and you're going to fucking get everything. 7 feet, that's too far. 6 feet, perfect. It's just a fucking number that people pull out of it. Well, this sounds good. We'll just do it 6 feet. That's reasonable. It's like that. Oh, a gallon. Oh, okay. It's a starting point, you know, but more isn't necessarily better. It depends on how much you need in a day. Let's see here. Ba-dum. Dun-dun. That's what we got here. All right, let's take a couple questions from Instagram. Remember, make sure you check out the Instagram stickers in my Instagram page at Swolenormous. Let's take a follow-up to that. So King Leon was talking about eczema. Let's see what we got here. Breakfast for me is usually eggs, bacon, and whole grain toast. Chicken and vegetables are my usual dinner. I mostly eat the same foods. I would honestly, if you can, grass-fed beef over chicken. People have issues with chicken because chicken is usually low-quality shit. Grass-fed beef is so much better than chicken in my experience. And I've read a lot of stuff about people that eat chicken and have issues because of what chickens eat and what the quality of the meat. So it could be your meat quality too. Vegetables are my usual dinner. Could be something in the vegetables, whole grain toast. How long? Elimination diet, 6 to 8 weeks. But a lot of times when it comes to eczema, if you eliminate something that's causing it or leading to it, you might see improvements in a shorter time period. So, when it comes down to the elimination diet, if you don't eliminate it, you can't test it. So all comes down to what environment you're putting your body in. So if you're exposing your body to X, Y, and Z nutrients, or A, B, and C, you're going to have those outcomes. And it's going to seem like, well, I've been eating this for so long. Yeah, but everyone kind of experiences these side effects differently, and you don't realize a lot of times. And everyone drop this in the comments down below, because sometimes you'll eliminate something once you do the elimination diet, and you didn't think that this was causing you a problem. You didn't associate it with any of the issues that you had, but you find when you cut it out, you feel better. You realize you have energy that you didn't realize that you were missing, because you get so used to eating what you're normally eating. You understand? You just adapt to what you expose yourself to. So even if you're not walking around with killer joint pain, maybe you do have joint stiffness. Maybe you do have a little bloating that you don't realize that you have, because you're so used to this low-level inflammation or low-level bloating or low-level discomfort. And then all of a sudden you cut something out for a few weeks. You're like, wow, I feel extra amazing. How come that is? And then you implement something back in, let's say it is grains, and then you realize in comparison to not eating it, you do feel stiff. It's just that it's perspective. It's like being in a shitty relationship and everyone else telling you, break up with him or break up with her. Are you fucking crazy? That person's insane. You're like, no, well, they're changing. They're not bad. They're this. And then you're out of that relationship a few months later and you look back thinking, what the fuck was I thinking? Or you look back 5 years, like, why the fuck did I spend time with this person? Why would I ever think that it's perspective? So, I don't really want to go on a rampage, because some people will say, no, this is a good food. That's not bad for you. That's not bad for you. It's not always that you're eating a piece of bread. Okay, it was like, oh, I eat Ezekiel bread. And okay, just because doesn't mean that you might not be better off without it. It also doesn't mean that you're going to eat a piece of, let's say, Ezekiel bread and have fucking major problems. Everyone's different. But if you never pursue that information, if you never pursue that, go down that road to see, hey, let me figure out what's actually going on, then you never have that information. And people usually worry about all this other stuff, but they don't go to the foundation. So if you're not willing to actually explore what these foods actually do for your body and which foods you perform best with, because if you know that you perform best with, let's say, foods in bucket 4, but you love the foods in bucket 2. Okay, but you're going to look the way you want. You're going to lose extra blood. You're going to feel better. You're going to perform better. You're going to have more energy. Usually, once you get that information, you realize how much better you feel with certain foods. You just naturally gravitate that way because you want to feel good. And most people don't realize how bad they actually feel on a regular basis because they have adapted to this shitty environment. They've adapted to eating crappy foods. They've adapted to sucking down all these processed sugars, and your body is trying to find some type of homeostasis while you're poisoning it every day. And until you step back and eliminate all that shit, you'd never get that perspective. You don't realize the damage you're doing to your body. And once you realize that, it's really hard to, with good conscience, to go back and like, oh, well, I know this fucks up my body, but I'm going to eat it anyway. It's much harder to justify it to yourself, which is that unlearning and relearning process that we talk about. And it takes time. It takes effort. And most people aren't willing to do it. Most people aren't willing to do it. And wouldn't you know, most people don't get results. Why? Because most people aren't willing to put in the work and do what it takes and really go that extra mile. But hey, there's less traffic on the extra mile. You want amazing fucking results? Go the extra mile. There's less traffic. If you work harder and you put more effort in, there's less resistance because most people aren't willing to go there. Let's see here. Thanks, Pop. I'll do the best with my budget. Grass-fed beef is pretty expensive in Australia. Why would that be? Because you get a lot of grass-fed beef comes from New Zealand. It's right next door. Is there like some crazy tax from New Zealand to Australia, or they don't ship it that way? Two eye fillets, each the size of my palm for $21. What about ground beef? I'm not saying you have to get like the most expensive cut, but what about grass-fed ground beef? Bummer. All right, let's take a couple questions. If you got more questions, you could drop in the comments below. Let's take one from Instagram. This one's from Kaylin Nicole. Hey, Papa Swole, what books would you recommend that can help with developing good daily habits? Good question. I would also recommend downloading the 7 Pillars of Swolenormous. Gives you some good context. But a lot of people in the Swole fam, we like the book Atomic Habits is a great one. I think that's one of the better ones because it's very easy to understand how you can stack habits and how micro you should be looking at your habitual change. A lot of people try to do or change too many dramatic habits. And that's a huge problem. A lot of people try to completely undertake. Think about this. Okay, I'm going to eat healthy. I'm going plant-based. Let's just say I'm going plant-based. You're going carnivore, whatever extreme, you're cutting out a lot of stuff. There are a lot of habits underneath that don't get looked at. That's why people have trouble sticking with nutrition plans, because by undertaking a new nutrition plan, for example, you are undoing and reforging hundreds of habits. You all know this. It comes down to who you surround yourself with. If you're surrounding yourself with crappy people that don't have goals, that don't take care of their health, and you say, hey, I'm going to change my habits. I'm going to eat healthier. I'm going to cut out all carbs. I'm going to go keto. Or I'm going to do carnivore. Or I'm going to do vegan, whatever it is. Just saying, you all know I don't agree with that approach anyway. I think you should do an elimination diet. And then, okay, so just most people will just start with the diet. Then all of a sudden, all those other habits are overlooked. You're just thinking, well, I'm going to eat these things. You're not even addressing the fact that you have habits of what foods you buy normally in the supermarkets. You haven't thought about the people that you hang out with and what you're trying to accomplish isn't going to line up with those types of interactions and social engagements. And you're not prepared for that type of negative feedback from your friends and, the fit shaming or nutrition shaming or health shaming and all that stuff. And those are just some aspects of it. So every time you want to create a new habit, you have to undo a bad one. So you have to undo a habit and then reforge a habit. There's a lot of different layers. And which is why a lot of times those things, you can't rely on willpower to be successful. That's going to break after a while. So I would recommend Atomic Habits. It's a very good book. And if you all have other ones in the comments, there's many books like that, but I think it's a great way to conceptualize how to systematically approach building habits. It starts very, very small. Very, very small. We got one from Manic HD 1690, Papa Swolio. What would you recommend for moving into calisthenics? What would you recommend for moving into calisthenics as a primary exercise method? What do you mean? What would I recommend moving into? Yoga. Vinyasa is fantastic. Yin, recovery flows, Ashtanga, all of it. I would recommend yoga. Talk about an amazing supplement to doing body weight training. Considering you're doing body weight, it's body weight with yoga. It's fantastic. Let's see. Eric the Electric ate 70,000 calories in one day. I don't fucking care. This guy's a train wreck. Can I make a video on him? I've made many. Maybe. He's a piece of work. Probably again, but I've made many videos already. Check out some of my previous ones. It's more of the same. Again, it's more YouTube promoting garbage. So we'll probably talk about stuff like that again. Did he actually eat 70,000? Is that even humanly possible? Stupid content. Stupid, worthless, damaging content. Let's see here. Okay. Another question. Here we go. Another question that relates to nutrition around working out. Andy CLM 21. Should you eat before or after your workout? I like to work out in the morning. Does it matter? Yes and no. I would generally recommend not eating or not training on a full stomach. You can eat before your workout, but that's going to depend on how long before you mean. You could have a meal if you prefer that, an hour or 2 hours before you work out. You still want to have a lot of, because what happens is when you are exercising, your body sends resources to the muscles, right? About 80 to 90% of your blood supply goes to your muscles. Your body is in exercise mode, fight or flight. It's called sympathetic. The sympathetic nervous system turns on. That kicks into gear when you are running from. It's called the fight or flight mechanism, essentially, when you're in a heightened state of alertness and awareness. Let's say you're going to war, or you're fighting a tiger, you're climbing a tree, or you're scared, and you have to act quickly. Okay. So your body sends certain resources, blood, fluids, its attention is elsewhere. Think of it like the eye of Sauron. It's focused on exercise. So if you have food in your stomach, in your digestive system, and then all of a sudden you start exercising, that's why you have like a cramp, you feel nauseous, you want to throw it up. Don't go swimming for half an hour after you eat. It just makes sense because your body is trying to digest, and then it's trying to divert blood, and it's trying to digest food. But then you're going to go swim, and then your body says, okay, we're going to swim. Okay, let's get this food out so we can focus on swimming, so we don't have this food knocking around. And that's why you feel nauseous, you want to puke. And sometimes people can't eat right after a workout, or if you eat too soon before. So just go by your preference. Go by your preference. Like I said, some people like a little bit of fruit. Some people like a little bit of honey. I usually just have a couple tablespoons of honey or something like that. Sometimes it's a completely empty stomach, but I have no problem eating right after, for sure. Some people feel a little bit uncomfortable. I don't. I like it. I just like to refuel after, but don't worry so much about the anabolic window, X, Y, and Z. In other words, figure out what works best for you. Whatever you can be consistent with, if you're getting enough calories, you're eating the right foods, you'll be all right. Let's see here. Yeah, hit the like button. Hit the like button. Smash that like button. All right, let's see. Dun. Let's get into. I think that'll be about it. So we'll take some more questions tomorrow. If you had questions tomorrow, anything on the releases tomorrow, we'll go over more questions. So if you want to be there, remember, accountability meeting tomorrow, Swole New Year party tomorrow. That's what I'm talking about. This is better than all the holidays. Tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern time. So if you have questions that didn't get answered today, you could be there tomorrow. But definitely, if you have questions, tomorrow is going to be a great episode, or a great session, a great time to ask questions about anything inside X. So if you are a Swole fan member and you have questions about the training in X, or exercise training, and content while we go over the releases, that'd be a good time tomorrow as well. So make sure you're plugged in for that. Let's get into a couple more Swole fan posts. We got a couple Dookie posts to go over, so you can drop some Duke in the comments. We'll take one more Swole fan post, and then we'll go deep. Let's see how deep we can go. Let's see what we got here. One more before. Let's go. Let's see what we got here.
What's in the box?
What's in the box? We got one from L. Scorched Earth Week 2 Accountability Update. Hey fam, last week I posted my before photos for Scorched Earth. Moving into the second week, I'm feeling pretty good. My workouts have been consistent, and I'm getting my sleep schedule down. Nutrition is always my weakest pillar, and the one holding me back from pillar 7, which is consistency. So huge shout out to my brother Tal, who helped me throw away all the leftover holiday cookies, peanut brittle, and other crap in my house. Then he went above and beyond and made delicious food for my husband and I, so we would have healthy food for lunches throughout the week. Proud to say I get to check off the nutrition pillar today, but also the community pillar for sure. Hey-o.
He's heating up!
I
like
to
it.
caress rusty spoons.
I like to caress rusty spoons. Excellent. Love to hear it. Yeah, time to get back on track. Fuck your resolutions. Start today, beaches. Time to get started.
That's deep.
Oh, we're going deep today. All right. So remember, make sure you subscribe to the podcast, Apple Podcast, Spotify, YouTube, at The Daily Swole, but Apple Podcast, Spotify. Leave a review on Apple Podcasts. Going to be doing some giveaways to those that leave a review, doing some raffles. So make sure if you haven't yet left a review on Apple Podcast, we'll be selecting a couple of you that drop a review for some special giveaways. So make sure you go and drop a review over there. And let's get into a Duke post. Remember, hashtag Tainty Tuesday, Tainty Magooch. Look at that sexy beach. Look at that sexy beach. Mm-mm-mm. God damn it. God damn it. You fine. You fine, Tessie. All right. We got a special one. Oh, God. Ugh. Oh, God. Oh, these are gross. These are gross. This is disgusting. It's disgusting. We got one to start with. We got one.
What's in the box?
This is just a silly one. No caption necessary. We got one from the fat sex therapist. So what was that? Sonali Rachatoire. BMI is a tool to criminalize fat people. Yeah.
Matt Damon.
Is that right? BMI is a tool to criminalize. Are fat people criminals? Are fat people criminals? Last time I checked, no one says this. No one says that. BMI. Yeah, we're criminalizing fat people. No. And as you can see, this is a 1 out of 9 post. So don't worry, not sharing all of them. That's it. Just that one. Just that one. Just that one. That's enough. That's enough. We'll jump right into this one too. We got another one.
What's in the box?
All right. So what is this? You ever see those those pictures where they do it on the talk shows? Like, hey, what is this? We could zoom out. What do you think this is, fam? What do you think that is? Dun, dun, dun. Let's zoom on out. According to this person, Rosemary McCabe, this is my body. So these are fat rolls. Okay. Nice. Nice. I guess. This is my body. It's covered in skin. This is my body. It's covered in skin. And not all of it you can see. I took this pic in the bath yesterday to send to my sister. That's weird. Look how squashed I am, I said. Why are you sending fat roll pictures to your sister? It's a strange thing to do. Look how squashed I am, I said, and then felt embarrassed at the frankly X-rated. You're seeing a cropped version. That's gross. Feeling embarrassed at the X-rated photo I just sent her? What? You're sending nudes to your sister? This is a strange thing to do. So many rolls. But the more I look at it, the more I see beauty in these rolls. Oh, shut the fuck up.
Matt Damon.
What is the best move to silence a woman?
Oh my God. So many rolls, but the more I look at it, the more I see beauty in these rolls. Sand dunes, pastry folds, delicious dough ready to go in the oven. What the fuck are you?
What the fuck is that?
What the fuck are you talking about? Oh my God. Delicious dough ready to go in the oven? Ew. 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 My body has never held a child.
Inconceivable!
I've never run a marathon.
Inconceivable!
It has never climbed a high mountain or fended off an attacker or done any of those things people talk about when they talk about the moment they realized their body was great.
You keep using the word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
But hey, guess what? My body is still great, even if it doesn't fit in our bath. Hat tip to Kate Nash. If you know, you know. Okay.
Matt Damon.
All right. Your body has never held a child. Okay. You've never run a marathon. No shit. It has never climbed a high mountain. You don't say. Fended off an attacker? What are you talking about? Talk about going 0 to 100. Your body has never held a child. You've never run a... Have these things ever been listed together in sequence before in history? Your body has never held a child. You've never run a marathon. You've never climbed a high mountain or fended off an attacker. So having a baby, running a marathon, climbing a high mountain, or fending off an attacker. Okay. All right. But hey, my body is still great. Even if it doesn't fit into our bath, I'll tell you right now, if you can't fit into a bathtub, you are obese. You are fucking fat. If you can't fit into a bathtub, you need to lose weight like as soon as possible. Let's get into a Swole fan post. Let's wash that out of our mouths, and then we'll get into another one. What do you think, huh? What do you think, huh?
What's in the box?
What's in the box? Ines, talk to me, baby. What's up, Beaches? What's up, Ines? Excited to be here. I've been struggling to keep myself on track by myself, and I feel like I'm missing basic points to help me stay focused, build a solid routine, and go back to being healthy. I managed to shed 5 kilograms. Very nice. And I want to work on my health further. I've never had a community in my journey back to health, and I think it'll be a game changer. Looking forward to working hard towards an improved and healthier life. Drop some biceps and gorillas. Welcome, Ines. Is that how you pronounce it? Welcome, welcome. Call her Ins. Ines, welcome, welcome, welcome to the Swole fam. Yeah, welcome to the Swole fam. I'm seeing a lot of comments down below about like, how could you not fit into a bathtub? It's a weird combination of things. Childbearing, child rearing. Oh my God. Like the shit post, it's what? It's always confusing. There's always another one. There's always another one that just right upside the head. All right. Don't forget, hashtag Tainty Magooch or Tainty Tuesday for a chance to win today's Swole card. I don't know, fam. What do you think about that? What do you think about that?
Matt Damon.
Not fitting into a bathtub. This person's sending nudes, fat roll nudes to her sister. There's something else there. Something's going on. Something's going on with that situation. All right, this one's from Kyle. Fuck my resolutions. I know. Goddamn straight.
Yow.
He's heating up!
Yow.
But over the course of the next year and for the rest of my life, I want to evolve. And instead of checking off some unrealistic goal or set of goals, I'm going to take action and then report back my progress. What are the things I want to do? Read a lot, write every day, meditate more, run, get out in nature more, stretch, limit the time I spend on my phone, and of course, keep up this new fit life I've adopted over the course of the last half year since joining this group. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what's up. That's what's up, Kyle. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Kyle. Fucking A. Hells yeah. Hells yeah. Sounds like she's trying to reconcile herself. Disgust in her mind. Let's see. Krista, she drops babies, lets people attack her, and doesn't move. Sounds like a great line. I don't know about that. Dark Crystal, if you don't fit a normal bathtub, then you're too frackin' big. Let's see here. Glorifying obesity should be a crime. You would think in 2020, moving into 2021, when everyone's like locked down, how many of you are still locked down? What's your situation right now? Drop a comment. You don't have to give me, I don't need your address and your social security number, but where do you live? Give us the area, at least the country or province or city, whatever kind of detail you want. Where do you live and what's your situation now in your area? I'm in Florida. Shit's open. Wear your mask. Be smart. But what's going on with your area? You know, especially now with taking care of yourself. You know, we all know it's important to be healthy. And we talk about it every fucking day in all my content. No one talks about being healthy, taking care of yourself, getting sun, eating properly, cutting out inflammatory foods and sleeping better. You know, we do. We do. And wow, shocker, it fucking works. If you take care of your health and you have better metabolic health, you're going to be more prepared and more resilient for all sorts of issues. But at the same time, to justify obesity, to justify binge eating, right? You guys were talking about Eric the Electric and these like, you know, calorie videos, eating 70,000 calories. Why? Why? What's the purpose of that? For views, for money, to make the money. Making money, getting paid by YouTube, ad spend, ad rev, blah, blah, blah. So it's manipulation. Content like that, like Eric the Electric makes and all these like binge eating channels, it's manipulation. They're using you. They're using you and lying to you. It's very inauthentic and it's very damaging. And I don't care what the justification is doing these 70,000 calorie challenges. It's harming people. It's adding to the fucking gunch online. So it's reckless and it's disordered eating. It's eating disorder. It's perpetuating illness and disease. Not in Alabama, at the gym right now. Oh, shit. Ohio is kind of fucky right now. What's going on in Ohio? Closed indoor dining, masks everywhere, etc. Santa Barbara, we are in lockdown. Arizona, in Arizona, it's terrible. Why? Isn't there a lot of sun there? Colorado, ugh, that's all I got. Southern Illinois, masks required. Masks required where? I mean, I think it's individual stores, right? What are those kind of restrictions? I mean, I think it's kind of like, I don't wear a mask when I'm outside. I'm not going to wear a mask outside, but if I'm in a building or something, I'll put one on. Usually the buildings will say wear a mask when you come in. That's pretty standard. Heather, Connecticut, I stay home. Don't go to the gym. Just got a kettlebell delivered. There you go. Allison, in Hong Kong, we have less than 80 cases per day. Cincinnati, Ohio, we have a curfew, LOL, but still wearing masks. Illinois, no indoor dining. Let's see here. Stephen, Nevada, restaurants are open. Gatherings restricted to no larger than groups of 10. Casinos are open because the vid isn't stopping people from gambling or drinking alcohol, right? Liquor stores got to be open. Liquor stores got to be open. We got to fuel the addictions, but make sure we close down the gyms. Anyway, close down things that are going to help people stay healthy. Yeah, close that shit down. We don't want people not getting sick. We just want to. Anyway, public mask mandate in Nebraska. I think any kind of mandates are fucked up. But I think if you go to like a private property or private business, if that business wants you to wear a mask, I think that's understandable and that makes sense. Yeah, we'll see. We'll fucking see. 2021, we got to get this ball rolling again, huh? We got to get this ship. We got to right this ship, fam. We got to right this ship, don't we? All right, let's get into another. We got a double shit post. We got some from the fuck it diet. We got a double post. We got two picks. From the fuck it diet. Don't you know? Wasn't that Caroline? Is that Caroline Dooner, the fuck it diet? You know this beesh.
What's in the box?
You know this beesh, fam. This is classic. This is classic social justice beesh right here. The fuck it diet. All right, here's the picture. This is from the fuck it diet on Instagram. Most of us are convinced we are addicted to food, but most of us are actually addicted to restricting food.
Matt Damon.
Stop playing games. Nope, stop playing games. What are you talking about? Addicted to restricting food. No,
Matt
don't.
Damon.
No. Don't try to flip that shit. I'm not falling for that crap. Most of us are convinced we are addicted to food. You see how general that is? We're addicted to food. We need food to survive. Don't get it twisted. You're addicted to fucking fake ass food. Addicted to restricting food. No, this is stupid. That's so dumb. It's so dumb. Get this. All right, this is the second part for those that are just listening. Second part, second picture. Get this. When we restrict food, it makes us feel addicted to food, which reinforces the belief that we are untrustworthy food addicts. Lots of us stay in this vicious cycle for decades, and sometimes even our whole lives, convinced we are food addicts and fighting a body that just wants to be fed and trusted. Whoa.
Matt Damon.
Whoa, that's a thick slice of woke cake right there. That's some woke pie, motherfucker. Wow. You got to use all those characters. You got to use all those words to explain nothing. Like every time I go through one of these posts, I come out like, huh? You just say a lot about nothing. Much ado about nothing. Bill Shakespeare already covered this, right? Much words about nothing right here. When we restrict food, it makes us feel addicted to food. I don't, when we restrict food, it makes us feel addicted to food. What? Which reinforces the belief that we are untrustworthy food addicts. You see how that goes into, you restrict food, it makes you feel addicted. Where are you getting untrustworthy? You're adding different psychoses into this. You're untrustworthy. Okay. I don't trust myself around food. You have terrible habits. Okay. An alcoholic can't trust themselves around alcohol either. That's why they avoid environments in which alcohol is present. Alcoholics don't go to bars. Alcoholics don't keep liquor in their house. Does that make sense? Right? What are you talking about? It's called habits and addiction. It's called fucking habits and addiction. If you have alcohol problems, you don't keep alcohol around you. True or false? Tell me, fam. Some of you have dealt with it. Some of you are currently dealing with it. You do AA. A lot of you are sober. Great. If you have an issue with something, you fucking get it away from you. You get it out of your environment. How many of you are alcoholics and you keep a fucking bottle handy? That's fucking stupid. Makes sense. Okay? All right. Lots of us stay in this vicious cycle for decades. This also comes from not having proper education, not understanding what real food fucking is and how you should be actually fueling your body. I don't think people should be restricting food. Look at it. This is coming from the guy who does it. I don't count calories. I don't think you should count calories. I think you should focus primarily on the quality of your food. And those calories are going to sort themselves out more often than not. If anything, it's going to be much easier to manage eating and manage overeating because you're eating focused foods. You're getting your nose to tail nutrition. You're getting all your nutrients. You're eating whole foods. You're just taking care of your body. But that comes with unlearning, right? Unfucking yourself and undoing, reinstalling. We talked about this yesterday, reinstalling that operating system, unlearning and then relearning. This is undoing years, decades of bad habits and reinforcing better ones. That's why it takes time. That's why you have to go to that foundational level. That's why the elimination diet. That's why it's 7 pillars. You have to go to the base. You have to fucking go all the way down to you have to get every last crumb. You have to undo all the shit. You can't just do surface fixes and surface habits. Oh, a surface habit will be like, you're an alcoholic and I'm just not going to drink it. I'm going to keep it in my liquor cabinet. I'm just not going to drink it. That's not going to work. That will not work. And you all know this, okay? It will not work. You can't use willpower like that. You have to go to the base. You have to fucking extricate. You have to get out everything. Everything, right? When you tweeze a hair, ladies or anyone, like you're plucking a hair, you want to get the whole fucking root, everything. When you take out a tree, you remove the stump, you remove every last bit, you clear out everything, down to the fucking frame, down to the foundation, everything. Get your fucking environment in order. Lisa, haven't had a drink in 10 years, no booze in my house, I don't hang out in bars. There you go. And guess what? Lisa is telling you right now, haven't had a drink in 10 years. Why? No booze in her house, doesn't hang out in bars. A lot easier to stay away from having a drink. If you don't hang out, if you have your fucking community in your environment, pillar number 1. So, staying in this vicious cycle, sometimes even our whole lives, convinced we are food addicts and fighting a body that just wants to be fed and trusted. Your body wants to be fueled. Trust my body. Start creating better fucking habits. Stop trying to make it seem like I can't trust my body. I'm so untrustworthy. This just comes down to psychological fuckery. People with like mental problems. You have mental problems, man. Food's addictive. Food is fuel. The thing is, you want food. You need food to survive. The problem is we have an industry that loves to make a lot of money and marketing and profit margins. So what has business done? This is what a business does. You can't even blame the food industry. You can, but think about it. For anything, you want to make a product, you want to minimize your cost and maximize your profit. You want to spend less to make it and charge more for it. That's ideal. But of course, if you spend too little to make a product, it's going to limit how much you can charge for it because the quality is going to go down if you cut costs too much, and it sacrifices the quality of the product, right? So food does this. Well, if we genetically modify corn, if we make it more resistant to pesticides or bugs and shit like that, if we can make more things from corn, we can lower our costs from monocropping, and we can make all these other foods from this one cheap ass fucking thing. We can subsidize it. It'll cost nothing to make it or to buy it, and we can sell it for $2 and it'll cost us half a penny to make. You know, cheap labor, cheap fucking plastic, sugar water made from corn. It's like you can make a ton of money off fake ass shit. Of course, yeah, and it's addictive. Why? Because they want you to keep on drinking it, so you keep on buying it. So they keep on making profit. Money. 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 Money, 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 money. Money. Pretty simple. Pretty simple there.
Matt Damon.
You silly fucking goose. You silly dumb beesh. All right. I love this post. You ready for this? You ready to watch? Ready to see someone crushing it? You ready for this fucking shit? Drop some biceps. We got a Swole fam success story. We got a fucking Swole fam. We got a new member, and we also have an amazing success story. Drop in the comments below. Come on, let's get some fucking. Let's get some. Let's get some biceps and gorillas. This is gonna be fire.
Wow.
All right, so drop that in the comments down below. Are you ready for some fire? I think we're ready. Let's do another drum roll. Let's do another one. Ba-boom.
What's in the box?
Ba-boom. All right, Lisa. What an amazing, this is fucking epic. All right, Lisa. And I'm showing the pictures because she writes, please feel free to use this as an example of success. I joined late in the game, but this fam keeps me accountable and less alone. I was pre-diabetic 2 years ago, and the doc told me to lose weight. I've done the thing and ditched the pre-diabetes as well as other issues and off my blood pressure meds. Bruh.
It's the fucking Catalina.
There you go.
The fucking Catalina wine mixer.
Different person. Boom. Some fucking gains. Some fucking gains. That's what I'm talking about. You see what happens when you change your habits, you change your life. Boom. You can do it. You can do it. You can flip this shit. You know, especially 2020, 2021, everyone's worried about getting the virus and getting sick. And look, be smart about it. But fuck, if you're going to do anything, take care of your health. You need to be focusing on your health. You can't let that go by the wayside. It's not going to work out well. Right there. Fucking health at every size. Bullshit. Bull fucking shit. That's right, Josh. Proof right there that health at every size is full of shit. They are full of shit. Okay? I was pre-diabetic. Read the title. Read the caption. The description. I've done the thing and ditched the pre-diabetes. I was pre-diabetic 2 years ago, and the doctor told me to lose weight. That fat phobic doctor. How dare he? How dare the doctor tell you to lose weight? How rude. How mean. You must have felt so offended from that fat phobic doctor. Well, Lisa did the thing. Now she's no longer pre-diabetic. And now she's off her blood pressure meds. Sounds like it was a good move. Sounds like it was a good move.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
100% of this time. 100% of the time.
Wow.
It's fucking awesome. Good for you. The doctor made you cry in fear of the besties. The doctor made me cry in fear of the besties. What do you mean? You mean in terms of, fact phobic. Ooh, with the C? I like that. Fact phobic. Oh, you mean made you cry like in fear of, the diabetes or the beatus? Fear is a powerful motivator. Right. Well, it's legit. Diabetes is preventable for most people. Fear of the diabetes. Yeah. I get it. Now I get it. Okay. That's a typo. Feel the besties. Feel the diabetes. You should be afraid. It's preventable, by the way. It's preventable. You don't need insulin resistance. Don't trash your body. Give it a chance to fucking recover. Shall we? Be nice. Be nice to your body. Take care of yourself. Good for you, Lisa. We got one from Shannon, new member. What up? What up, Shannon? Remember, hashtag Tainty Tuesday or Tainty Magooch will be giving away that Swole card in just a moment. Shannon, I joined the Swole fam last week, so I'm fairly new. I've been part of many health and fitness groups in the past, but none as fun, raw, and honest as this one. Oh, yeah.
He's heating up!
I'm still learning the culture of the group. Learned last night what dirty dicks mean. LOL. It'll get you up to speed. Should we have that like in the description? Like, you must know that dirty, bleeding AIDS dicks covered in COVID. This is part of our language. But I'm having fun in the process. I have been able to catch the Daily Swole live the last few nights, and I like how engaged everyone is and how we are able to ask questions. Looking forward to learning more and having the full experience of being part of the Swole fam and sharing my successes. That's what I'm talking about. Welcome to the fam, Shannon. Super stoked to have you here. And that's right. Swole fam's the best. Swole fam's the best. You got to learn the lingo. But you're all welcome. You're all welcome to be here and learn and join and make some sick fucking gains with all of us. Amazing. What a great show. Terrible shit posts. The shit posts. Yeah, they sucked. Let's get a fart in here. Where's my poop? There we go.
Come on, man.
Sorry, I had to hold a glass, Joe. I couldn't hold it anymore. Don't act like he doesn't just leak out of you. You got no sphincter strength. Give me a break. All right. So that being said, tomorrow, come on now. Tomorrow we'll be announcing a lot of stuff. We'll be announcing the new releases that are coming this week. We'll also be recapping 2020, which is probably the best part. I love the recap. For 2020. Tomorrow's Swolio release party episode is priority access. So if you're not a part of the Swole fam, you will be missing out on tomorrow's episode. Don't miss out on tomorrow's live stream. Of course, you can catch it later inside Swole TV. I'll also pin it to the top of the announcements section in the private Facebook group, but it will be streamed live in the Swole fam Facebook group tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern time, Wednesday, December 30th, and it'll be available for all members exclusively. We got a lot of awesome shit. We got to talk about all the new releases. We got new releases. We got the 2020 recap. We got the 2021 looking forward. And with these new releases, we'll be talking about some of the other stuff that's coming, some of the other stuff that we're going to be working on, and how these new releases are going to tie into Swolenormous X. And it's going to be huge. The program release tomorrow, it's really much more than a program. Of course, Swolenormous X is not a program. It's much more than that. It's everything. But tomorrow's release, and I still haven't even given you the name. I haven't mentioned it at all. It's been locked in. I'm super stoked. But tomorrow's program release is going to be a real intertwined, interlocked aspect of X that you're really going to be able to take advantage of from now and throughout 2021 and forever. It's going to be awesome. Super stoked. Tomorrow, Wednesday, December 30th, 4 p.m. Eastern time. That's Eastern time, right? East Coast, near United States. EST, 4 p.m. Eastern time. Tomorrow, Wednesday. All right. Very good. We'll see you. We'll see you there tomorrow. We got a Swole card giveaway. Hashtag Tainty Tuesday. We'll take it. Hashtag Tainty Magooch. We'll take it. Don't be a beesh. Don't be a boosh. You'll end up like Tainty Magooch. We don't want that, do we? Do we now? We don't. Now, Swole card. Swole card. Yeah. Scrolling. Up, scrolling. Come on now. Up now. Tainty Magooch. Tainty Tuesday. Who's got it? Who's got it? Krista Williams, congratulations. I hit the button. Congratulations. A Tainty Tuesday for ya. Congratulations. Oh, you got a little Tainty Magooch to go with your Tainty Tuesday. Everyone say congratulations, Krista. Very, very nice. There you go. A little applause, round of applause. A little extra gorillas there. Congratulations on your Tainty Tuesday. And the more you show up and the more you participate, the more you engage, the better chances you have of winning a card. And you can win more than one. It happens. It does happen. Congratulations, Krista. Everyone say congratulations, Krista, in the comments. Congratulations. Oh, you beesh.
Come on. Stop whining.
Stop whining. You can win next time. Come on. Tomorrow. Congratulations, Krista. Send us that email, support@swolenormous.com, Swole card 1698 in the subject and your mailing address in the body of the email. We'll get you that card. Fam-wise, you do know tomorrow is 1699. It feels like 16 hundo was just 98 days ago. Feels like it was so recent. It feels like we just did 16 hundo. We're up to 17 hundo already. And we're coming up in 2021. Fuck your resolutions. All right, fam, if you're not yet part of the Swole fam, tomorrow's episode will be exclusive for members. Don't miss out. Swolenormousx.com. Sign up today, and let's nut this beesh. Come on, baby. Time to go seepies. Time to go seepies. You little beesh. You little beesh. No. Lay off her, Falcon. She's protected by the card. I'm watching her. I'm watching out for this beesh. Nut goes the beesh. Oh, you sexy beesh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. She looks like a fucking hot mess, right? Yeah, she's a little bit matty. Stay warm. Feel better, Tessie. You little beesh. Oh, you sexy beesh. Hit that piano now, fam. A little bit of something for you. We got it now. We got it now.
I don't know how to put this.
Oh, you know it's true.
I'm kind of a big deal.
All right, thank you so much, fam, for joining me for episode 1006 hundo and 98, the most muscular Swolecast, Beercast, Broadcast, Gamecast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleevescast, and Slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex. We all flex our biceps. Nailed it. Fucking nailed it. All right. Yeah. Yeah. I fucking nailed it. I did. Yeah. Nailed that shit. From Solo, bitch. Bada bing, bada bing, bada bing. Here. I'll take it down a notch. Yeah. Ha, ha, ha. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You fool retard, man. Come on now. Gotta let it down. Big Papa. Drum solo. Ho. All right, got weird. I always try to stop it before it gets weird, but it got weird. Okay, well, anyway, you know it. The fuck you hear? Matt Damon for the road.
Matt Damon.
All right. So that being said, make sure you're subscribed right here on Je Daily Swole, but tomorrow will be private. You can catch the live stream or you catch the podcast. You can catch this replay. We'll have it up on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, The Daily Swole. Make sure you leave a review on Apple Podcasts. If you haven't, doing some giveaways to those that drop a review, please go and leave a review. Helps a lot. And of course, subscribe on YouTube at The Daily Swole. Turn that notification bell on. But if you really want the best notifications, you want to make sure you never miss an episode. private, public. You get priority notifications. I text you right before we go. Join the Swole fam. Less than $3. Get access to Swole text. All this awesome shit. Fucking fire. You get to be there for tomorrow's party. It's going to be epic. It's going to be fire. It's going to be lit. All right, fam. We'll see you tomorrow. 4 p.m. Eastern time. Hey-oh, woman for the road. See you tomorrow, fam. 4 p.m. Eastern time. Inside the private group. If you are not yet a member, join today over at Swolenormousx.com. Don't miss out on that. See you tomorrow. Private episode. Priority access. Members only. 16.99. Peace, McGeese. Deuce, Magoose. Yeah, boy. Papa Swolio. Oh. Ow.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing, like an IPO trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now the king left and they so mad, it's like.
Then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint you. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm in my